Hello and welcome to the GAMRs YouTube channel. I'm your host Justin once again, and this is the second installment of our Dynasty Warriors 7 Extreme Legends video capture walkthroughs. The first time we just went over the basics of the hub and we went over the basics of titles. Now I want to get into a little bit more advanced stuff. I want to go over seals, a quick way to level up your seals, and we're going to get our first chaos weapon. And I'm going to show you what state you should be at before you try to tackle that. So we're going to look at Liu Bei, same guy that we had from the first video, and we just check out his titles. This is the main thing that you're going to want to have ready. You see I've only gotten 4 titles, but this 4th title is the most important one. We see we have a little bit more power, or a little bit more damage inflicted on enemies when I'm using a power weapon. Attack and defense goes up a little bit when I'm fighting officers and I have a speed weapon. Here's the important one. Absorb marginal amounts of enemy health while inflicting damage using weapons requiring speed. So your twin swords, your staves, your rapiers, speed weapons, any weapon that you can do a mid-air dash with, even the regular sword, can now steal health. This is important. This is going to help you get through chaos mode, but more importantly, it's going to help you get through nightmare mode, because every time you touch an enemy, you get health back. This helps keep you alive, especially on nightmare mode, because on nightmare mode your defense doesn't matter, your defense stat does not matter. So we've got that title. And again, if you watched our first video on how to acquire titles, it's not that difficult to acquire titles. You just follow the objective listed on each one, just follow those instructions to the T, and you'll get your title. So we've got that. We're looking at our stats. They've gone up a little bit, not too much. He's not completely maxed out, so we're not ready for nightmare mode just yet. But what we are ready for is we're probably ready to tackle. Now, before we go tackling our chaos weapon, let's look at our current weapon. I believe this is Liu Bei's chaos weapon, so I probably shouldn't have chose him. But when you're going chaos weapon hunting, you want to make sure, or chaos and nightmare I should say, you want to make sure that your seals are set up correctly. Now your primary weapon is your EX weapon or whatever weapon you feel most comfortable using. Your second weapon should either be a weapon you feel comfortable using, or if you don't see yourself switching out weapons a lot, if you're not doing a lot of advanced combos, your second weapon should be a 5-slotted weapon that you can just stack with seals, because most seals stack. What I have here is just the sword. It's a basic 5-seal weapon. I've got attack range up. You can see what these seals do. You increase your attack range with this one. Your elemental attack goes up. You become more resilient with this one. Your attack and defense goes up when you're fighting other officers. This is cumulative with other seals and skills. Excuse me. And this one helps you guard against arrows and shockwaves. Again, stacks with other seals. That's important. So those are the main ones you're going to want to have. You can go with, you can actually go back to the seals. You can go with giving yourself an extra Muso bar, giving yourself a little more health, a little more attack, a little more defense. That's fine, but when you get to nightmare mode, attack and defense, or defense specifically, isn't going to matter. And if you've already maxed out your character, another additional attack boost really isn't going to help you out in the long run. And if you max out all your other stats, mastering the weapons or having that seal equipped really won't help you out in the long run, because you already have a perfect character. So this is what can I do to help boost my already perfect character? Well, you can go with these. Another great seal to use, if we keep going down further, is the health regen, because it says the penalty, your defense is lowered. But if my defense stat doesn't matter like it does in nightmare mode, you know, health regen can be a very useful tool here. Couple that with I get health every time I attack an enemy, you've got yourself a pretty deadly combo set up. You're no longer worried about getting swamped by enemies. You're no longer worried about dying. Now your main concern is, how do I complete the objective to get my weapon? So, now getting these seals takes a long time. If you notice on this weapon, it has obtainable seal. To get your obtainable seals, you just have to keep using the weapon over and over again. Well, that's one way to get it. The other way to get your seals up, because that would take forever and a day to do, go talk to our blacksmith here.
Welcome. How can I help you?
The blacksmith's main purpose is he has 5 slots available for you to stick in weapons, and as you go on battles, he will raise the seals for you. Like if I go to the shaman rod, if I go all the way down to here, I don't have the shaman rod master seal. So if I give him this, he'll begin to forge this. And then, of course, this costs a little bit of money. What doesn't cost money in this game? What's another one that I don't have to match? The spinner, because I never used. Yep, here we go. Because I nearly used Bao Sanniang. I can never pronounce her name right either. Bao Sanniang, or I just butchered her name completely. That's my apologies. But I never use her. So I know I don't have her weapon ready. So, and we'll do a mission when we come back. We'll see that a little bit of progress has been made on obtaining those seals. So, without further ado, we're ready to tackle our first chaos weapon. And again, I'm using Liu Bei just to prove the point that you don't have to be a perfect character if you want to start your chaos weapon hunt. You just got to do your prep work. That's really what this game is all about. It's all about doing your prep work, doing your homework, as it were, before you start going off and tackling these the different chaos and nightmare weapons. So we're going to do Bao Sanniang. Now that should be on a blooper reel. Now this is going to be the live take. We're actually going to get Bao's weapon. In this one, if we look at it, we just hit the triangle and say, swiftly execute the plan. Well, that's pretty vague in terms of, hey, what am I supposed to do to get this? Swiftly execute the plan. What plan? Normally, when you see an objective like that, it will explain to you over the course of the game what you're supposed to be doing. It'll give you objectives, and you're supposed to follow those objectives as quickly as you can. So we're going to go with this one. Got to make sure it's on chaos. And yeah, here we go.
After the death of Liu Bei, the area to the south of Shu was shrouded.
Be using Liu Bei after Liu Bei has died, because that's just how I roll. That's just how I roll.
One after another. However, these uprisings were only a sign of larger things to come.
The king here is a giant of a man, and that he's really strong. Can we really beat a guy like that?
Of course you can. You have the player on your side.
We'll be fine so long as we follow my husband's orders.
Oh, yeah, and
sure
Julian, I guess he kind of matters too.
So you're saying you're not scared? Not even?
Not at all. Faith in one's husband is one of the basic tenets of marriage.
What do you mean? There's more to a relationship than just...
Well, it certainly is better if you can also trust the person that you are in love with.
Then I'm gonna go out there and fight for my Guan Sua. I'll get him to love me no matter what. With that said, I'm off to go help him.
See, how can you hate on her? She wants to prove her love by slaughtering thousands and thousands of non-mon for her would-be boyfriend. That's admirable to me. It doesn't get much better than that.
Head east. Try not to fall.
While I'm joking, if you remember in the first video, I said when you're going chaos weapon hunting, you're gonna want red hair. This is why. You see, the map already lit up with what I'm supposed to do, and with red hair, I can just zip by and do what I gotta do.
Who are you people?
So I'm actually gonna let myself get hit a few times. All right, you see my health went down? Now you see my health come back.
We must clear it in order.
That's the seal at work. So, in case you haven't noticed, the computer blocks a lot more when you crank the difficulty up. Best way to snap that is the old trick of get behind them or do moves that you know break guard. For the twin swords, the Liu Bei's EX attack breaks guard. Oh no, it doesn't break guard. Wow. Alright, get down here. You. And just like that.
Shall return. Remember that. For yours.
Hopefully this doesn't take too long.
Those who stand in the way of virtue.
Yeah, that's right. Liu Bei's ghost. All up in this.
Mongol's troops may still be lurking about.
Another non-mon. One thing I won't say not that I didn't like about some, one thing that always confused me. Non-mon. They don't get a unique design anymore. You just give them the generic design. It's kind of cold-blooded, wouldn't you say, guys? Kind of slap in the face, but yeah, whatever. That's what Empires is for. Remake the non-mana. Your own image, as it were.
Wang Hua still has not appeared. I want all Shu forces to retreat.
So we see Zhuge Liang saying Shu forces all retreat, but our objective is still lit. So, and also if you just listen to the story in the stage, Yue Ying will say, hey, just keep going. Here's Zhuge Liang we're talking about. He's got it. So continue the advance. Aha, I have red hair.
Remember that, for yours is the first head I shall seek.
You stand in the way of those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
My audio moves forward. They're running away. All right, everyone, let's go after them.
We have successfully lured the enemy out. Yue Ying, prepare for the pincer attack.
Are you saying that whole running away thing was a trap? Why didn't you just say so?
Well, if he had said it was a trap, it wouldn't have made, you know, he wouldn't be Zhuge Liang if he didn't hide all of his plans in mystery. Who knows, maybe he's just winging it.
Hey, not too bad. Now let me show you what I can do.
Now the pincer attack begins. And if you're familiar with Running Through the Three Kingdoms or Dynasty Winners Tactics, you know that a pincer attack is just one from one side, the other from the other side. Surround them.
Behind us too?
And there we go. State of panic. Pincer attack successful. Defeat Van Quo.
The mission success was all thanks to you. Thank you so much.
Really? Was I really a help? Oh, it makes me so happy to hear you say that.
And bam! Acquired weapon sold.
I was most
And the cool thing, we pause the game and go to weapons. If I wanted to, I can actually equip that in that. Spinner. There it is, right there, ready for use. I'm not going to use it. It's a weapon, but I can if I want to. Whoa, I'm out of here.
I am deeply moved by your performance in battle. I too shall do my best to try and be a powerful warrior.
I'm taking swords for him. Woman, well, just go down. Lay down. Just the important part of doing any chaos weapon or nightmare weapon run is, as titles, you have to finish the mission in order to get credit for it. So just because it gave me the weapon, if I quit the stage now, I'm not.
Stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Manuel's at the main camp. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually doing a very bad thing. What I should be doing is finishing off all those officers so I can get stat boosts for myself and my adjutant. But I'm trying to show you guys.
I can't afford to lose to a little girl like you.
Who do you think you are?
Where's the
Also have
door?
someone to protect him. His name is Guan.
Alright, here's my law. Let's do this. Not gonna lose this. No, everyone always says they're not gonna lose this time, and then I drop 100.
In the way of peace.
So, really, you can save yourself from trouble. Oh no.
My time is now.
Yeah, Zurong. That was almost tragic.
My time is now.
Well, we wouldn't. Yeah, and as I'm wrapping up here, I guess I'm going to do some quick shout-outs. As always, of course, starting on the podcast, shout out about my skin, as always.
You've got more
Always good to have support. Shout out to everyone that checked out our channel and gave recommendations. One member of our crew that she just really threw me across the room like that. That's cool. That's cool. Another member of our crew that does not get enough recognition, if you follow us on Tumblr,
I shall return.
Black Crystal, she's the main one. Shout out Black Crystal. She's the main one who's finding the photo sets, finding the gifts. 9 times out of 10, if you see a gift on our Tumblr, so just want to make sure before this ended that you know, we give the props she deserves.
You win this round.
So yeah, there's that. Mission's over. And with it all said and done, we should have a brand new nightmare weapon. Oh yeah, we get a movie. We're not here for this, so we just, it is what it is. So yeah, with everything said and done,
Fall back when you are in danger.
stage is over.
There's nothing courageous
You
about
get a brand new
dying in
nightmare,
vain.
not nightmare, you get a brand new chaos weapon. So. Weapons, just to, you know, make sticks. Soul Reaper, right there. And hey, we did a mission, so I guess that means we should check in on our blacksmith.
Welcome.
See, a little bit of progress. So, if you're trying to get your seals up for weapons that you really don't use that often, just stick them in here, keep playing the game, eventually you'll get everything. That was our quick walkthrough today. Next time we can go over how to get your first nightmare weapon, what you should have before you tackle that. Can you do it by yourself or do you need a partner? Spoiler alert, 9 times out of 10 you need a partner for your nightmare weapons. So I will have a special guest on depending on which nightmare weapon I choose. I know someone requested I give the nightmare dragon spear. I already did that one, so I'll need to find someone who has a data that can go back to that, or I can just explain how to do it, but I'm pretty sure you guys want to see how to do it. It's actually a really easy-ish solution. The main issue with the dragon spear nightmare weapon is you got to keep Zhuge Liang alive. Easiest way to keep Zhuge Liang alive? Be Zhuge Liang, and he won't die from his mysterious illness. That's the easiest way around that. But again, it's easier and more fun if I show you rather than tell you. So at some point I will get to that nightmare weapon, and that's also another one you need a partner for. So the next video I do, I'll have a special guest with me, and we'll go over what prep work you need for a nightmare weapon and how to actually go about getting one. So thanks for hanging out with me. We will see you again next week. And yeah, take care everyone. Hope you had a happy new year as well. Can't believe I got through the whole video without wishing you guys a happy new year. From the GAMRs crew and from myself, happy new year everyone. Take care.